I might be dreaming, there's no way back now. Take every inch of my body, wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got, 'cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. Why would I fight the things I'm feeling? Rather space out here next to you. Ooh, like astronauts, we're in the night sky and we won't come down. Make every inch of my body, wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got, 'cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. I don't care, 'cause every moment with you makes me even lighter. I don't care, oh yeah, 'cause every moment with you. I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Sunday podcast. I feel like the Sunday podcasts end up being the best podcast. I am looking to start doing call-ins again at some point because I feel like I missed them. It's just I haven't had the time for like really long podcasts more recently, obviously because I'm working on my royal book. But I would like to start doing call-ins again very, very soon because I know y'all like them too, and I honestly miss them. I miss listening to y'all voices. KC, lovely to have you here. Finally catching a live. Fantastic. Um, Helen, you said happy Sunday to you as well. Yes, gorgeous summer day where you are, where I am as well. Absolutely beautiful. The sun has come out. We're actually going to get a bit of a heat wave this week in the UK. Thank goodness. Maybe some people will stop being so miserable and actually go outside and touch grass instead of reading the tabloids. Trinette, good morning to you too. I am indeed watching the Olympics. How awesome was the American gymnastics team earlier? Great to see Simone Biles coming back with a bang. She went through so much at the last Olympics. She got the twisties. She was going through so much trauma as well. The likes of Pig Moron coming after her, despite everything that she was going through, choosing to beat an excellent black woman while she's down. Would we expect? What do we expect from Piers Morgan? Right, the North has not forgotten. I have not forgotten how Piers Morgan decided to attack Simone Biles at her lowest moment. An athlete who is otherwise like 1,001% at any given time. Everybody has a bad day, and like he does with women all the time, particularly when it comes to women of color, he hammer down on her. Haven't forgotten it and will not forget. Piers Morgan's karma is coming, and we got a little bit on him today. Not that I'm going to focus too much on it, but just as evidence that his karma is coming, and very soon. Right. Let's get to it. Oh yeah, the Olympics. Those of us who are history buffs, were loving this. The opening with the Marie Antoinette, the headless, thing. I thought it was brilliant. Obviously, Marie Antoinette and this image obviously symbolizes a huge part of the French Revolution, and that building where you see the red smoke coming out of, that's actually where she was held captive. And there were actually some other royals in the audience. I think the Dutch royal family, the Spanish royal family, who else? And I think maybe the family from the Netherlands and from Denmark. And also there you have the prime minister. Spot the British person. Spot the British official. Kai Starmer there, not being bothered by the rain, which was chucking it down, by the way. And so I just wondered if, seeing this symbolism and imagery of um revolution, if that meant anything to anyone sitting in that audience. But I thought creatively, this was one of the most interesting Olympic opening ceremonies ever. They didn't have it in an arena; they had it across the water and different, buildings across France. So from a technical perspective, I just have to say bravo to the organizers for this because it was magnificent. I don't believe any of our royals were there, British royals. I think they sent Anne to give the team a good send off. But otherwise, they seem to be keeping a distance from the Olympics, which is probably great because I think they're bad karma near any of our sports people. Let me know what you thought of the opening. Also at the opening was Serena, friend of Harry and Meghan, and the greatest of all time on the tennis mat. And she is looking amazing. The stylist that she's working with, the hair and makeup person that she's working with, it is giving. I think she's slimmed down a bit. Not that she didn't look great before, but she looks really, really fabulous. Love this dress. I just love what she's doing with her look. Um, More recently, and shout out to Zandy who posted this. She said, "Let's do a thread of confident men who clearly adore their partners and are not threatened by their success." Yes, top 4 right here. Top 4, top tier men supporting their partners who don't expect their women to walk one step behind them and curtsy. Um, see what you're saying in the comments. Also, Celine Dion at the opening as well. It was always her dream to sing in Paris on the Eiffel Tower, and she did just that. And she's been very ill recently. Carolita, you love the opening. Nice. Okay, let's move on from this week's pop culture news. Some an award for Harry and Meghan. Oh no, sorry, for Meghan. This is for Meghan. International Black Heritage Month. I didn't even know that this was a thing that was done. I don't know if this is like separate from Black History Month or this particular organization. But they added Meghan to the equity change makers whose actions disrupted the status quo and address equity. Absolutely. Meghan doing that, through her own work and the work of Archwell. And also, most requested speakers in humanitarians and activists were Meghan and Tyler Perry. Now, Meghan and Tyler are signed to the Henry Walker Agency, but she hasn't really done too many speaking engagements so far. Obviously, we know that both Meghan and Harry are very picky, and it's what serves their brand and what serves their philanthropy and the ways in which that they want to create impact. So most requested, but I think when you are in high demand, your brand you And I was actually on Petrol's show not too far back, and I did say, it would not be difficult for Meghan to get VC funding for RO if she wanted it, and it wouldn't be difficult to get millions. I mean, if you this is who Meghan knows. And I someone hosted by and he such Sorry, folks. Can you hear me now? I think you should be able to hear me. Oh gosh, the internet doesn't want us to be great. It's the derangers sending bad vibes. How is it now? Can you all hear me now? Okay, fantastic. Sorry about that. So I was saying, shout out to Rebecca, who posted this on her stories. So Jamie Kern Lima is the former owner of It Cosmetics. She co-founded It Cosmetics, which she sold to L'Oreal for 1.2 billion in 2016, becoming the first female chief executive officer of a L'Oreal brand. She co-founded IT Cosmetics, which she sold to L'Oreal for 1.2 billion. There's that old saying: you are the sum of the five people who you are closest to. You are the sum of the 5 people who are closest to you, financially, emotionally, spiritually. I have no doubt that if indeed Meghan did get any type of funding for RO, it was a lot. And that there's a lot of people betting on her. And why wouldn't they? But only a fool believes anything from the tabloids. So Jamie posted, "Thank you so much, Amy Griffin and G9 Adventures, for the honor of speaking at and being part of such an incredible experience. What a gift to share the room with so many friends and incredible women who are forces for good, business entrepreneurship, health, healing, leadership, and love in this world." And also, that picture was taken by makeup artist Bobbi Brown, the founder of the Bobbi Brown brand, the global Bobbi Brown brand, who Meghan actually did a feature with some time back. Apologies, I don't have the picture. But they did this feature where Meghan was in the car. It was kind of like one of these carpool things, and Meghan, they're both doing makeup. So she's kept those contacts and those friendships from that. That was from before she was a royal. Um. So regardless of what the British tabloids want to say, she has kept those contacts, and a lot of those people, and a lot of people are betting on Meghan winning. I mean, goodness knows, if I had the money to invest in anything Meghan does, I would be throwing the whole house, throwing the whole portfolio at that. Anywho, right. So that's the good news, and great to see Meghan surrounded by her friends. surrounded by other successful people. I mean, this is mentorship. She's also getting mentorship from Melody Hobson, big time CEO, executive entrepreneur. Also, just happens to be married to George Lucas. Right. On to the not so nice news. The tabloids on trial documentary. Now, to be honest, there wasn't a whole lot of new things in this documentary. If you have been following this whole Harry hacking British tabloids um, uh, situation, if you've been following it, there wasn't really a whole lot of new things in the documentary. A lot of it is stuff that I think us in this space already know. But I think what was so good about this documentary was it was a reminder to the British public what these companies were doing, the effects that it had on people. I think for people who don't really know too much about the phone hacking scandal, this was like an introduction, a good introduction. And it didn't just focus on the celebrities, and not to diminish the celebrities either, because they are still people, but it also focused on other victims, everyday people who were involved in terrorism attacks. This is who they were going after. They were going. I think there was almost 4,000 people that they hacked. People, companies, organizations. A couple new things that did come up was one of the investigators, who turned whistleblower, outright saying that there is no way that Piers Morgan did not know about hacking. Now, Piers Morgan has vehemently denied hacking a phone, and you know what? I actually believe him. I do not believe that Piers Morgan ever physically hacked a phone. However, do I think that he ordered people to? Do I think that he knew? Do I think that he didn't care and let this culture thrive and fed into it? I think so. Just because you didn't physically do something, just because you could have told the bully to punch the other person in the face. And you're still, as far as I'm concerned, accountable. Just because you didn't physically punch that person in the face doesn't mean you're not accountable. You told somebody else to do it. You got somebody else to do your dirty work. That's who I think that Piers Morgan is. And he has said in the past, while posting this picture in front of Kensington Palace, that the royal family rang him up for standing up to Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan, who have only just spoken their truth. Imagine having this as your biggest cheerleader. This thing. Piers Morgan, Jeremy Clarkson. That's who the Unreal Mafia has as their cheerleaders. Can't find any better. Harry also stated, one of the other few new things that came up was that he did not feel that Meghan was safe in the UK. He spoke about the fact that it only takes one lone wolf to do something with a knife or with acid. He actually said this. It takes one lone wolf to act in that way, and he feels that his wife is in danger, and he will not be bringing Meghan to the UK. Now, obviously, Invictus is coming to Birmingham. A lot can happen in 3 years, but the way I see it, do I think that the opinions of the most deranged are going to change in 3 years? Probably not. So don't be too disappointed if you don't see Meghan. You'll know why. But it's for her safety and safety of those children that they do not come to the UK, because there have been threats to their life in the past. This was from 2018. White powder sent to Meghan Markle treated as RS hate crime. And also, I think there's another scandal that's been brewing for some time that journalists really aren't paying, or except for one from BuzzFeed that did quite a detailed article about it, is the bots online, the bot farms on Facebook, on Instagram, and I think even on YouTube. Henry VIII tweeting, every year, the increasingly vague financial reports put out by the British royal family. I have two questions. Who is paying for the bot farms on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram? And two, why aren't the press commenting on very low-hanging fruit? This exactly. The bot farms are the new phone hacking scandal. I said it here first. We're going to find out one way or another about this, who sanctioned this, how much it costs. One day we're going to find out. Could be 100 years from now, but we will find out. And Harry is right about the whole lone wolf scenario, because I do believe that the British tabloids and whoever is controlling these bot farms is essentially what their aim to do is to radicalize someone to hurt Meghan. Can't be having no crashes in this here 2024. Too obvious. And here, this is a screenshot of videos from the Sun newspaper. So this is not even too many days ago, within the last 2 weeks. One video, Meghan's an agent of poison and remorseless if she wants someone neutralized. I know why bitter Meghan won't set foot in the UK again. She wants nothing to do with the UK. One of those videos has over 300,000 views. The other one has over 200,000 views. One has 3.3 thousand comments. The other has 1.9 thousand comments. This is a form of terrorism. Propaganda and terrorism against one person who never had a single bad word said about her before she married into the Unroyal Mafia, who to this day, unless they are paid off by the British tabloids, you will not find, or they have something to gain by bashing Meghan, the clickbait queens, these interweb streets, you will still not find anyone who has a bad thing to say about this woman, unless they are paid by the British tabloids or they are trying to get attention. And here you have a national newspaper, a major national newspaper. The Sun has on their YouTube alone over 5.5 million subscribers, 5.5 million idiots pushing these types of videos and this type of rhetoric. Vitriolic opinion pieces that have no basis in fact. And what about this type of content is in the public's interest? Isn't what's going on with Prince Andrew in the public's interest? Isn't what's going on with the royal finances, is that not much more in the public interest? This is what these tabloids, not just in print, but online and now even in video, in this social media age, are putting out. And these are some of the comments of the pathetic Sun readers. Unfortunately, I believe there was much more cover-up of Harry's attitude and actions than the media understands. Imagine talking about a cover-up and putting the media in the same sentence. Invictus has become a Meghan Markle fashion show. Disgusting woman. Stop insulting the Brits and their intelligence. She is not welcome. The irony of that. While being a follower of the Sun, saying stop insulting the Brits and their intelligence. She doesn't want to step foot in the UK, but she wants the money, the association that boosts her status and the titles for her and her busy children. As if this woman wasn't a multi-millionaire with her own brand, blog, and deals before she ever stepped foot into the Unroyal Mafia. What are these people even talking about? And do I think that this is going to change anytime soon? Unfortunately not. I think it's pretty clear at this point that Labour are not going to go after Murdoch. This is from the Byline Times. Labour fails to deny secret Murdoch deal to drop Leveson press inquiry in exchange for endorsements. And why does Labour need endorsements from Murdoch? Because if they step 1 foot wrong and do something that Murdoch doesn't like, you know what Murdoch's going to do? You know what the Jonathan Rothermeres are going to do? They're going to turn on them anyway. If anything, I think that Labour at this point have nothing to lose by going after the press barons. Because does anyone really believe that for the next 4 years, every single thing written in the Daily Fail or in the Sun about Labour is going to be like glowing and positive? No. When it serves them, they turn on you. So in that, after the ITV documentary, ITV did a news round where they covered a bit of the documentary, and they also talked about the father of Madeleine McCann. This is a missing schoolgirl who went missing in Portugal some years ago, and they were also caught up in the phone hacking, blagging, illegal information gathering of the tabloids. And he said, I'm reading from Rebecca Barry's from ITV here, from her Twitter. She said, "The father of Madeleine McCann has told ITV News the government must have the courage and integrity to deliver on its promise for a public inquiry into the British press." In response to the ITV documentary Tabloids on Trial, Jerry McCann called on Labour to proceed with Leveson 2. Leveson 2, which by the way was meant to be the second hacking inquiry that was cancelled by the Tory government. Rebecca goes on to say, in 2022, Jerry and Kate McCann issued a claim of unlawful information gathering against News Group newspapers, the publisher of The Sun and the now defunct News of the World. The claim was settled in 2023, and damages were paid without admission of liability. See, they're paying everyone out, but they never did nothing. I don't even understand how these people aren't broke at this point, the amount of money that they've had to pay out. There was due to be a second part of the Leveson inquiry examining unlawful conduct and the relationship between journalists and the police, but it was cancelled by the Conservatives in 2018. My banner's in the way. At the time, Labour was committed to hold Leveson 2, but they are no longer committed now because they would rather dance with the devil than send him back to the fiery pit where he belongs. And also at the time, so Rebecca Brooks, this was one of the key figures in the hacking scandal. Rebecca Brooks, who worked with Piers Morgan, was apparently in love with him. Imagine being in love with Piers Morgan. I actually think these two people are probably made for each other. She, when she remarried David Cameron, who was the then Conservative Prime Minister, he went to her wedding, and so did Jeremy Clarkson. They're all part of this little Chipping Norton set, who are all friends. So when you see the likes of Jeremy Clarkson writing those articles about Meghan, know that he was at the wedding of one of the key figures in the phone hacking scandal. I actually did a video on Rebecca Brooks because it came out in Spare that she was obsessed with Harry. She doesn't name him. Sorry, he doesn't name her via her full name, but we know it's her by the way he puts it. She was obsessed with him. There's actually pictures of Rebecca Brooks, Prince William, and Murdoch looking all very smiley. And after the whole phone hacking scandal, she was given a slap on the wrist, a £30 million golden goodbye by Murdoch. And I believe she now actually still has a really big position at News Corp. I think she was rehired at some point. And these people just got a slap on the wrist. Now, Hacked Off, which is the campaign for a free accountable press, Hugh Grant is one of the people on the board. They now want to do or they're doing a petition for a Leveson 2 inquiry. Now, the problem with this petition is I think this petition is on their site. This is not a government petition. So if you do a petition and it gets a certain number of signatures, the government then has to discuss that petition in Parliament. So I think it's great that Hacked Off are doing a petition, but the petition needs to be an official petition on the government website, not just on their website or on change.org. But nonetheless, I think a lot of people will be signing this. We'll see if anything comes of it. But we need an official government petition and a large public call to have a Leveson Part 2. Or any efforts are quite frankly going to be fruitless. The only other thing that can likely be done is to bankrupt these tabloids, and that will probably only come through lawsuits, not because the public are smart enough to stop reading these tabloids. Okay, let me go to comments and then we will look at one last thing. I hope you're all hearing me better. Sorry about the sound issues. Um, 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 Chocolate Diva, are you a troll? Despite having so many influential friends, Meghan cannot win against the tabloids. Tabloids are large international organizations with millions of followers. So I don't know what Meghan having influential friends has to do with that, because those influential friends don't work for the trash tabloids. So yeah, Meghan can't influence the tabloids because her influential friends are good people who don't work for the trash tabloids. How would she be able to influence them if they have an agenda against her? Yes, Bunny Rose. I'm so glad that Harry's keeping his wife safe and that Meghan's keeping herself safe. She came to the UK for the Queen's funeral to pay respect for the Queen, and I think that'll be the last time we see her in that capacity. Yes, Elaine Parker. It needs to be it's 100,000 signatures to be sent to Parliament, but I think it's only 10,000 to be debated in is it the House of Lords? There's like two different rules for 10,000 and 100,000 signatures. But yes, that is true. 100,000 and it'll be sent to Parliament. But even then, do you know sometimes, especially if it's something that they don't want to discuss, sometimes they still won't discuss it in Parliament. And Labour has decided that this is not going to be part of their manifesto. But it probably should, because we need to put a clamp down on things like this. So this is an article that was written by Maureen, aka Richard Eden, literally on Thursday, literally the day the tabloids on trial article documentary came out. This is what Richard Eden was doing. Kate Beckinsale opens up about the difficult time she's going through with her mother's cancer. The amount of headache that we got after Kate Middleton talked about her illness and people discussing her illness. But here's Richard Eden discussing Kate Beckinsale's mother's illness. Kate Beckinsale then went online and posted this. For clarity, I have never met or spoken Richard Eden, who has written an article implying that I have opened up to him about my mother's cancer. I do not know him and certainly would not speak to the Daily Fail. She wrote Daily Mail, sorry, or any other tabloid about something so personal that is not even mine to share. The Daily Mail has apparently an obsession with keeping an image of me as sick and suffering when I have been transparent about an illness that occurred in March. It is now August and I am fully recovered. Richard Eden was not at this event despite implying that he was and had a conversation with me. In actual fact, I was ambushed at the end of the red carpet for a charity event I was chair of in aid of disadvantaged children and refugees by a woman, and I thought at first was part of the event. Once she started asking personal questions, she was shut down by both myself and one of the event organizers. Kate Beckinsale was at an event that was meant to be helping disadvantaged children and refugees. And a tabloid writer decided to use that opportunity to start asking personal questions and not questions about the work that she is doing. This is how low these people are. The Daily Mail have contacted my representatives and asked to remove this article, which is entirely false, with a false headline that somehow makes my mother responsible for a health issue that struck me 4 days after the funeral of my father. They have refused multiple times. This is irresponsible and cruel and causes distress of which they have been repeatedly made aware. Of sideways Sorry, folks. I don't even know when my sound went out. Gosh, annoying. But I was just ending by saying that tabloid, the Daily Fail, is a lost cause, and so does everybody who reads it. Sorry that I was breaking up at the end there. I hope at the very least you were able to read on the screen what was said by Kate Beckinsale. I do apologize. Anyway, let's end on a positive note. Meghan was with her billion-dollar friends, building her soon-to-be billion-dollar business, having a billion-dollar time. And that's the most important thing about today. So we don't need to worry about no damn Daily Fail trying to use people's illnesses to make money. Well, we do need to worry about it. And hopefully the government will take some kind of action. If the government don't take action, well, then we have to find another way of taking action. Because it's just ridiculous. No shame whatsoever. All right, folks. On your way out, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button or hit that subscribe button. And links in the description box if you want to donate. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It is a gorgeous day. Here where I am today. I'm gonna go take a walk. I'm gonna go and touch grass so that I don't turn into a deranger. All right, folks. See you tomorrow. Ciao.
I don't know how or how you do it. You blow my mind without a word. Ooh, stuck upside down. I might be dreaming. There's no way back now. Take every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on, show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. Yeah.